All right, everybody, welcome back. Atari VCS. So we finally got the pricing, and I don't know what they're thinking. Okay, so I don't want this to be a negative video. It's just from my point of view, if I was looking at this as something I want to buy, I don't know if the price is worth it to me. So first and foremost, what are you looking for the Atari VCS to be? A new way to play old Atari games? Or a new way to play newer Atari games? That they plan on making, I guess. We've had tons of plug and plays from At Games for Atari. Do they work? They're okay. The newest one I like the most. I have it. And you know what? I can play old Atari games. They're great on it. SD slot. You can add more Atari games. And that was great. And it's like, I think I got mine for $40 on Black Friday. Now, the other thing too is, who's this selling to? To the Atari fans? Atari fans, for the most part, are older than me. And maybe there are some younger Atari fans that are buying like the Atari flashbacks and stuff like that. But the younger ones probably know how to emulate. And that's all this is. It's an emulator running Atari games. Well, there's tons of Atari emulators. So it's kind of like, what is this really for? Anyone older than me who may not be technically savvy into computers and know how to do emulation with ease on their home computer probably bought the Atari flashback and don't complain about using it at all. So that kind of leaves this one in a weird spot, I think, because it is an emulation machine. We'll look at the web page and the price and everything, and kind of discuss it as we go. So, yeah, let's go over the first part. So it says, Atari returns to your living room as the Atari VCS. Okay, a modern game and video computer system, blending the best of consoles and PCs for the delight of the home for the next generation of gamers and creators. Okay. To play, discover new and classic games on Atari's new open platform powered by the AMD Ryzen Radeon graphics technology. I probably just butchered that name. Stream. Watch your favorite web-based streaming videos and entertainment and play games up to 4K. Okay, I can watch my content on my television. Smart TVs, Amazon Fire. Everyone has that already. There's no need to add that feature in. I doubt anyone's plugging in their Atari and going to be like, all right, let's just watch everything on that. When they're probably already used to having their own device. And if you're going to drop the kind of money that this is going to cost, you definitely already have a smart device. Okay, develop new TV-based games and apps for yourself and your family to share with the Atari VCS community. Okay, that's cool, I guess. They don't really go into too much detail how easy that's going to be. Connect. Atari's first connected devices opens up new possibilities. Friends, publish your creations, and part of expansive communities. Okay. And now, I'm not saying that there's not a market for this. I'm just saying, for me, I grew up with the NES, Super NES, at a young age. Atari was a little bit before my time. I still like playing some Atari games, but only the really good ones. Because, a game that's designed awesomely, and it's fun to play, it doesn't matter what the graphics look like. So, it's not that I don't like the graphics of the Atari, but a lot of the games for the Atari aren't that great to go back and play. The good ones are. So the question is, who are you trying to sell this for? They got little kids playing. Okay. Not little kids, but, young kids playing. And really, are the young kids going to be buying this? Probably not. What games are you going to have at launch that make it so special to buy this, and not just buy the Atari flashback, the Atari PS4 bundle, which I know I have somewhere, which has tons of Atari games for way cheaper. For the price this is at, you get a used PS4, a Nintendo Switch, Xbox One. Buy the Atari, you have all the games. And it plays new games. Okay, so let's go over it. like I said, some people may like this, and some people may just be curious, and that's why they pre-order. So it features USB 3.0, okay, HDMI, Wi-Fi, Ethernet, Bluetooth, 4K HDR video streaming. Yeah, okay, we don't really need that. I think it would have been better just to make it a straight gaming machine with connectivity and not worried about anything else to try to lower prices. I mean, I guess to add that extra feature, it just bumps up the features and probably didn't cost anything because they were making it this powerful. So I guess it's just marketing. Okay, so inspired by greatness. Okay. Um, Born to be different. Reboot into sandbox mode and unlock a powerful multimedia PC for unmatched freedom. You can run systems like Windows, Linux, or Chrome, not included. Okay, you just boot in a USB drive detected, and it reboots into another operating system. So basically, it's a PC inside of a somewhat looking Atari design. At this point, if you're basically just paying for a PC, and you understand how to reboot into another operating system and do all that, then you probably don't need this. You probably already have your own Windows PC. You could just buy an emulator or download an Atari emulator and play the game, right? So I feel like this definitely isn't for the 50 to 60-year-old people that grew up in the 70s. Because at this point, if you grew up with the Atari, let's say 6 years old, in the late 70s, early 80s, so you were born in probably like 70 to 70, let's go with 1970. You're going to be 50 next year. Sorry for anyone that shocks people. Yeah, it makes me feel old. I mean, I'm not 50, but thinking about that. Yeah, you're 50. So, do you really need another PC just to play your Atari games? You probably, if you really love Atari that much, you probably already have some way to play it. And if you're 50 and you're not into computers, you're not going to want something like this. You're going to want to plug and play. And if you are into computers, you probably already know how to emulate your favorite games. So, I don't know. I feel like they don't know who they're going for. Apps and games. Access all your new games, remaster favorites and classic console emulators, stream in multimedia, and personal apps, or create and share your own. Load it existing PC games via the sandbox mode and play AAA and indie favorite titles. Okay, if I already have PC games, I probably already have a PC setup. Do I need another computer to do that? I think it would have been better for them just to go like the smaller route where the box can connect to your computer and just stream it over your internet to your computer and then play it that way. You don't need a second computer to play your PC games. For the older folks that probably aren't playing PC games, they don't need to go through all this extra hassle. They just want to plug and play. So, I don't know. Okay, Atari's iconic joystick is reborn as the new Atari VC Classic. Okay. Bluetooth wireless, rechargeable, PC, mobile compatibility, and loaded with Atari Sprite. Now the controller, I like. I'll probably buy that to connect to my PC to play old Atari games on it with an Atari Classic joystick, as long as it handles well, I guess. So, yeah. All right, the complete package. So this is the top of the line one they have. The Atari VCS 800 system comes with a joystick and a modern controller. HDMI, power supply, the usual stuff. The Atari Vault. So featuring more than 100 home and arcade classics. I can't actually click on anything to see what's in there, but I would imagine it's every game they've ever released on the Atari flashbacks or the ones for the volume collections for the PS4 and stuff like that. And you can install Atari Sandbox. So, I don't know. I don't see many people doing that. I mean, if you're going to spend this kind of money on it, I guess you might as well use it as a computer to make some features back. But here's the kicker. The all-in bundle, the gold, with the Kevlar front. $389. Here's the specs for the 400 weighs 3 pounds, Linux operating system, 4 gigs of RAM, upgradable. Yeah, nothing too special going on here. The 800 has 8 gigs of RAM. Yeah, nothing special. Yeah, I'm not sold. So you can pre-order it, but it doesn't tell you what the other ones are. So let's just click over here real quick. So on CNET, basically they're saying the 400 model, 4 gigs, $250. Okay, a little bit better. But that doesn't give you a controller or anything. The controllers are $50 and $59 separately. So you might as well just buy the 800 with 8 gigs or the all-in version, so you get a controller and game. A controller and the other controller. Because you're not going to buy it and not play with an Atari controller, so you're already up to 300. So the Atari 800 has 8 gigs, $279. The all-in is the 800 with the controller and joystick. March 2020 is what we're looking at. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who they're marketing this to. It's cool looking. It's a cool idea, but I think they're probably $200 overpriced. I think 150, 180 is where they should have shot for a higher end one. I don't need this to play PC games on. I don't think many people who play PC games need this. If you play PC games, you probably have a PC that's more powerful than this thing is. And if you want to play your old Atari games and want it to look like an old Atari, I think you need to get the flashback. Even if it is by At Games, it plays pretty fine, for what it is. But it's also $330 cheaper depending on the sales of the week. And at the same time, if you're tech savvy enough to be able to connect this, boot into Windows or another operating system to load your games and stuff like that, honestly, I probably would just buy a broken Atari 2600, pop in a Raspberry Pi, buy the controller from them, and use that to connect Bluetooth, and then play your Atari games through there. And then you get classic emulators as well, and you load up your games from whatever you have them from and play them on the console. And that way you have a mini computer inside of an Atari looking console that can play Atari games. If you just want plug and play, $380 is expensive. So yeah, I'm just going to end it here. I don't know who they're trying to sell this for. It's overpriced in my mind. You can get it in a couple different colors, but for $389, I don't need another PC. I need a Atari console that plays Atari games, I guess. I can just emulate. And really, if you just want to play old Atari games, buy it for the PS4. Buy a PS4. It's cheaper than this. Or I think they have it for the Switch too. Buy it used. You portable, play it wherever you go. Plug it, dock into your TV, and then you can play it there. Yeah, I don't know who it's for. Let me know in the comments if you're picking up one of these. Why? What makes it worth having another computer that emulates Atari games for you? I don't see it. It is cool looking, but I still think it's overpriced and more than it needed to be. I think they should have just stuck with the $150 price range. That would have been a great one, and just emulate the games. How many people are going to want new Atari games for a console that might not last, and when it doesn't, it'll just be over on other consoles. Alright guys, so I'm just going to end it there. Yeah. Have a good night. Keep on gaming. If you are getting this, let me know why. Keep on gaming, share, like, and check out my other videos. Later.